Imagine for a moment, what if I told you that everything you need to change your life is already within you? Right now, as you're listening to these words, there is an incredible power inside you waiting to be awakened. This power has the potential to transform your life in ways you may not even imagine. Everything you dream of, everything you desire can begin to take shape right now. And there's a simple secret to unlocking this transformative force. It can be summed up in two seemingly ordinary actions that have the power to revolutionize your reality: relax and trust. Think about it for a moment. How often do we spend our days caught up in a cycle of rushing, worrying, and stress? We live as if every moment is a race against time, constantly trying to control every little detail around us, trying to predict the future or protect ourselves from potential failure. But what if, instead of holding on so tightly, you simply let go? What if the key to achieving everything you want isn't about effort, but about releasing control? It might sound counterintuitive, but the greatest gift you can give yourself is to stop fighting against the current and start flowing with it. When you relax, something magical happens. Your body lets go of built-up tension, your mind becomes clearer, and for the first time, you create space for the unexpected, for miracles to enter your life. It's in this state that you connect with the infinite possibilities of the universe. And when you decide to trust, truly trust, you send a powerful message that everything is working out perfectly, even when you can't see the details. It's like tuning into a song that's been playing all along, but you just hadn't heard it until now. But the most fascinating thing happens when you combine that feeling of relaxation and trust with an even more powerful attitude, positive expectation. Not a vague hope or a distant wish, but the certainty that what you want is already on its way. When you expect the best, you activate an energy that makes the impossible inevitable. And the best part? We're not talking about changes that take years to unfold. We're talking about results that can start to appear today, right now. I know this might go against everything you've been taught. We've been conditioned to believe that change takes time, that we need to struggle, sweat, and even suffer to achieve our goals. But what if I told you that isn't true? What if I told you that time and relentless effort aren't the main ingredients? Transformation doesn't have to be hard. I've seen it happen over and over. People healing from severe illnesses, landing their dream jobs, finding true love, sometimes in days, even hours. And it all started with one simple decision: to relax, trust, and expect the best. You might be thinking, I've tried this before, I've tried positive thinking, I've visualized, but nothing happened. And I understand your frustration. But what I want you to realize is that it's not just about thinking or imagining. The key lies in feeling. It's about immersing yourself in the feeling that what you desire is already yours, not in some distant future, but right now. When you truly feel it, something profound shifts. You stop feeling separate from what you want and start living as though it's already part of you. The universe responds to how you feel, not just to what you think. When you experience the emotion of already having what you desire, even before it manifests physically, you shift your energy in such a powerful way that you start attracting circumstances aligned with what you want. You're not just asking, you're creating. This is the true meaning of becoming the conscious creator of your reality. Now, give yourself permission to experience this. Relax your body, calm your mind, and let this idea take over. Everything you want is already on its way. And when you trust this process, when you truly allow yourself to believe that the best is already happening, possibilities will open up before you in ways you never imagined. You might still be wondering, is that really it? Relax, trust, and wait for things to happen? And I understand, because we've been taught to believe that real change requires constant effort, endless sacrifice. It's almost as if we've been told that if we're not suffering, we're not deserving. But I invite you to let go of that belief, because it no longer serves you. What you want, health, abundance, love, fulfillment, is not out of reach. In fact, it's much closer than you think, just waiting for you to allow it. When you embrace this idea of relaxing and trusting, something begins to shift within you. It's like opening the windows of a house that's been closed up for years. Fresh air comes in, light floods every dark corner, and suddenly everything feels alive again. But here's the secret many people don't understand. It's not just about thinking positive. It's not enough to repeat affirmations or visualize what you want. The core of it all lies in how you feel, because it's your feelings, not isolated thoughts, that communicate your true intention to the universe. Let me explain it more clearly. When you feel anxious, fearful, or doubtful, even if you're trying to convince yourself that everything will work out, the message you're sending to the universe is something entirely different. You're saying, I don't trust. I don't believe I'm capable. I don't know if this will happen. And guess what? The universe responds to that exact frequency. That's why so many people feel stuck. Because deep down, they're trying to change their lives while still clinging to old emotional patterns of scarcity, worry, and insecurity. Now imagine the opposite. Imagine that even before seeing any physical evidence of what you desire, you allow yourself to feel as though it's already yours. Close your eyes for a moment. Think about what you want most right now. How would it feel to wake up every day with that sense of accomplishment? How would it feel to live your life knowing that everything is exactly as it should be? When you dive into that feeling, something magical happens. You stop chasing your dreams and start attracting them. What many people don't realize is that the universe doesn't distinguish between what's happening outside of you and what's happening inside of you. It simply responds. If you feel gratitude, love, joy, even before you have what you want, you begin to resonate at a frequency that attracts those very things into your life. You become a magnet for experiences, people, and opportunities that vibrate at the same level. And here's the beauty of it. It's not about faking it or forcing yourself to feel something that isn't real. It's about connecting with a part of you that already knows everything is okay. Because deep down, that truth already exists. The problem is, we're so accustomed to focusing on what's wrong, on what's missing, that we forget to notice what's already available. When you shift your focus even just a little, you start to notice something incredible. Life begins to work in your favor. But there's something else you need to know. This practice of relaxing, trusting, and expecting isn't a one-time event. You don't do it once and expect instant results. It's a daily choice, a commitment to a new way of being. Think of it as planting a seed. You prepare the soil, plant the seed, water it, and care for it. But you don't dig up the soil every day to see if it's growing, do you? You trust the natural process. You know that even if you can't see anything happening on the surface, something is happening beneath the ground, and in time, that seed will sprout. The same goes for your desires and intentions. When you plant your intention with clarity and nurture it with your thoughts and feelings, you can trust that the universe is doing its work, even when you can't see it. And do you know what's even more fascinating? As you practice this, you'll start to notice small signs around you. Coincidences, synchronicities, moments of pure luck. These aren't mere accidents. They're like notes from the universe saying, keep going. You're on the right path. Now, imagine what your life would look like if you started paying attention to those signs. If, instead of doubting, you chose to believe. If, instead of resisting, you chose to flow. Because that's exactly how the magic happens. Not through effort, but through openness. Not through control, but through surrender. When you live in this state of relaxation, trust, and expectation, you realize something even deeper. You were never separate from your desires. They have always been an extension of who you truly are. And all you need to do is align yourself with that truth. When you relax, trust, and feel as though what you desire is already yours, you don't just attract what you want, you become the person who is ready to receive it. And it's precisely at that point that the impossible becomes inevitable. Have you ever noticed how your thoughts have the power to completely transform the way you see the world? Every idea that crosses your mind is like a pebble dropped into a lake. The ripples it creates spread far beyond what your eyes can see. What you may not realize is that these ripples don't just affect the surface of the lake, they extend much further, touching everything around you. This is exactly how your thoughts shape your reality, like small pulses that echo throughout the universe, drawing back to you what you project. When you think about scarcity, problems, or the fear of losing something, that is precisely the energy you're putting out. You're planting seeds of more worry, more limitations, and the universe responds by delivering experiences that those vibrations. But what if you flip that process? What if, instead of focusing on what's missing or what scares you, you chose to focus on what's abundant, what's possible? Imagine the difference that would make. Here's the most important point. Your thoughts are just the beginning. What truly moves the pieces of the universe is the energy behind them, the emotion you pour into each idea. Imagine for a moment what it would feel like to vibrate at the frequency of love, joy, and gratitude. When you genuinely feel these emotions, you elevate your vibration to a level that attracts miracles. Not like magic, but as a natural consequence of being in harmony with what you desire. Have you ever felt inexplicably drawn to someone who seemed to radiate positive energy as if they carried a magnetic field around them? That's not a coincidence. It's the power of vibration in action. And here's what you need to understand. You have that ability too. When you vibrate in gratitude, when you live as if you already have everything you desire, you become that magnetic person. You attract opportunities, people, and circumstances that mirror exactly what you're feeling. Now, I know this might seem challenging at first. After all, how do you feel joy when you're facing challenges? How do you vibrate abundance when everything seems scarce? The secret isn't to ignore the difficulties, but to consciously choose where you place your focus. Every time you catch yourself being pulled into worry or fear, you have the chance to shift. It's a moment of choice. Continue feeding what drags you down or open yourself up to something greater. A powerful way to make this shift is through your breath. Simple, yet incredibly effective. When you feel disconnected or stuck in negative emotions, close your eyes for a moment and take a deep breath. Let the air fill your lungs, and as you exhale, release the weight you've been carrying. Feel your body relax. Feel your mind settle. In this state, ask yourself, how would I feel right now if I knew everything was working out perfectly for me? Just this question alone can completely change your perspective. It's in this space of calm that true transformation happens. When you allow the energy of gratitude and possibility to take over, you don't just change how you feel, you change what you attract. And this is where something even more powerful comes into play: meditation. Meditation isn't just a practice to calm your mind, it's a tool to reprogram your energy and align with what you desire. When you meditate, you create a pause in the constant noise of your thoughts. It's like silencing the background static to hear the most beautiful melody. In this quiet space, you can start visualizing the life you want, not as something far away, but as something that's already real. Feel what it would be like to live that life. Imagine every detail, the people, the places, the sensations. But more important than seeing it is feeling it. How would it feel to be completely healthy? How would it feel to experience the peace of a harmonious relationship? How would it feel to know your bank account reflects the abundance you've always dreamed of? This exercise isn't just a game of imagination. When you truly feel these emotions during meditation, you're sending a clear message to the universe. This is who I am. This is what I choose. And in doing so, you begin to attract exactly that into your life. But here's the truth many overlook. You can't do this just once and expect instant results. Just like going to the gym one time doesn't transform your body, this practice needs to become part of your daily routine. Consistency is what creates change. When you make this a habit, something amazing starts to happen. You begin to notice small signs that things are aligning. It might be an unexpected opportunity, a conversation that brings clarity, or even an unshakable sense that everything is falling into place. And as you continue, these signs become more frequent, more obvious. You start noticing coincidences that seem too perfect to be random. This isn't luck. It's the universe responding to your vibration. The more you practice, the easier it becomes. What once felt like an effort now transforms into something natural. Relaxing, trusting, and expecting become a part of who you are, and your life begins to reflect that in magnificent ways. What you need to remember is that you're not just wishing for change. You are becoming the change. And that is what truly transforms everything. There is something deeply freeing about realizing you don't need to control every detail for your life to work perfectly. In fact, it's in the act of trying to force everything that you create resistance, and that resistance is what prevents your desires from manifesting. When you start to let go of control, trust the process, and act from a place of inspiration, you'll notice that things begin to flow so much more easily, almost as if the universe is conspiring in your favor. But what does this idea of letting go of control actually mean in practice? It's not about giving up or adopting a passive stance toward life. It's about releasing the weight of anxiety, the need to have all the answers right now, and believing that even if you can't see the entire path, the steps you need to take will reveal themselves at the right time. Imagine what it would feel like to live this way, no longer carrying the constant burden of doubt and fear, but instead holding the certainty that somehow everything is aligning for your highest good. This is the power of what I call inspired action. When you relax and trust, the decisions that once felt confusing begin to make sense. You feel a clear urge to do something, to take a path, to say yes to an opportunity. And most importantly, these actions don't feel forced. They don't come from a desperate need to make something work, but from a genuine sense of alignment, as if you're being guided. This is where life stops feeling like a battle and starts feeling like a dance with the universe. And do you know what's even more fascinating? When you act from this place of inspiration, your actions carry far greater impact. They're infused with confidence and positive energy, not fear or doubt. People around you pick up on this, even if unconsciously. They feel your energy. They're drawn to your clarity, and they begin to see you as someone magnetic, someone who knows what they want and is walking their path with purpose. Now, you might be wondering, but how do I know I'm acting from inspiration and not just reacting to fear or external pressure? The answer lies in how it feels. Inspired action comes with a sense of lightness, excitement, even curiosity. It's not something you have to do, but something you genuinely want to do. It's as if a greater force is calling you to take that next step. And when you start living in this flow, you notice something amazing. The things that once seemed difficult or out of reach begin to happen with surprising ease. The right people cross your path. Opportunities appear effortlessly. The answers you were searching for become clear. And it's not because you forced anything, but because you allowed yourself to align with what was already yours by right. But here's something important. Expectation plays a crucial role in this process. And I'm not talking about waiting anxiously as though your happiness depends on it. I'm talking about a lighthearted expectation, a calm trust that the best is on its way, even if you don't know exactly how or when. It's like planting a seed and knowing that if you water it and care for it, it will grow. You don't need to obsess over watching the soil every day. You trust the process. This trust, however, requires that you detach from specific outcomes. That might sound contradictory because we're talking about manifesting what you desire, right? But detachment doesn't mean abandoning your dreams. It means making space for the universe to surprise you with something even bigger or better than you imagined. Often we get so fixated on a specific idea of how things should happen that we fail to notice the incredible opportunities unfolding in other ways. And this is where the true beauty of detachment lies. It frees you to live in the present moment. Because at the end of the day, what you really desire isn't the car, the house, the relationship, or the money. What you want is the feeling those things promise to bring: freedom, joy, security, love. And here's the secret. You can start feeling all of that now. You don't have to wait for external circumstances to change to experience those emotions. You can create those feelings within yourself, and by doing so, you become a magnet for everything that reflects those emotions. Imagine what it would feel like to wake up every morning and, before even getting out of bed, feel gratitude for everything you already have and everything that is on its way. To feel joy as if your biggest dreams were already a reality. Not just imagining it, but living as if it were already happening. This isn't pretending. It's accessing the emotional state that accelerates the manifestation of your desires. And the more you do this, the more your energy shifts. And when your energy shifts, your life changes. Here's the most amazing part. When you live in this state of gratitude, trust, and detachment, you don't just attract good things into your life. You also raise the energy of the people around you. Your light becomes an invitation for others to connect with the best version of themselves. It's a ripple effect, a movement that starts with you and spreads out into the world. So right now, I invite you to reflect. What can you let go of? What can you stop trying to control? And what would it feel like to allow yourself to trust, act from inspiration, and live as if everything were already working in your favor? The answer to these questions could completely transform the way you experience life. Now that you understand the importance of relaxing, trusting, and acting with inspiration, let's talk about an element that's often overlooked but is essential to accelerating any transformation: gratitude. Gratitude isn't just about recognizing what's good in your life, it's a powerful energy catalyst. When you feel grateful, something incredible happens. Your frequency shifts instantly. It's as if you're telling the universe, I value what I already have, and I'm ready to receive even more. You might think, but how can I be grateful when I don't have what I want yet? Here's the secret. Gratitude doesn't have to be limited to what's already tangible. You can and should be grateful for what's yet to come, as if it were already part of your life. When you do this, you change the game. Instead of waiting to be thankful after your desires manifest, you start living in the energy of someone who has already achieved what they want. And that's the energy that attracts exactly what you're seeking. Make this a simple habit. Every morning, before even getting out of bed, think of 3 things you're grateful for. It doesn't matter if they're big or small. It could be something as simple as the comfortable bed you slept in or the sun rising outside. What matters is that you feel it. It's not enough to list things. You need to let gratitude warm your heart and fill your body. And at night, before going to sleep, do the same. This small ritual done consistently can change your life in ways you can't even imagine. And here's the beautiful part. Gratitude isn't just about what you receive. It's about what you share. When you vibrate with gratitude, you inspire others to do the same. You become a beacon of light, an example of abundance, showing that it's possible to live with ease and joy, no matter the circumstances. And the more you share that energy, the more it comes back to you. It's an endless cycle, and it all starts with a simple thank you. Now that we've reached the end, there's one essential thing you need to remember. You are the creator of your reality. No one else is responsible for what you experience. That might sound like a burden, but in truth, it's the greatest freedom you can have. Because if you created where you are now, you can create where you want to be. Be patient with yourself. This isn't about getting everything right all the time or being perfect. It's about choosing every day to take small steps toward what you want. Choosing to relax even when your mind tries to convince you otherwise. Choosing to trust even when everything around you feels uncertain. And above all, choosing to expect the best because you know you deserve the best. Believe me, transformation doesn't happen in one grand, sweeping moment. It happens in the small moments of daily life, in the times when you choose to be kind to yourself, in the moments when you align with who you know you can become. And when you look back, you'll see that every choice, every thought, every positive emotion was a building block in the life of your dreams. So relax, trust, expect, and most importantly, celebrate. Because with each passing moment, you're getting closer to becoming everything you desire. The universe is already working in your favor. Now it's your turn to open yourself up to receive. And before we wrap up, I want to hear from you. What part of this message resonated most with where you are in life right now? Share a phrase or insight in the comments that you'll carry with you into your day. Your experience might inspire someone who needs to hear exactly this today. And if this message touched you in any way, don't forget to follow the channel to keep receiving content that can transform the way you see life. Together, we're creating a flow of positive energy and infinite possibilities. See you next time.